Our next speaker will highlight how North Rhine-Westphalia is leveraging circular economy principles to secure jobs, to promote innovation and strengthen its position as an economic leader, and shows circular economy as an opportunity for strengthening NRW's economic future. Please welcome the Director General of Economic Policy, Ministry of Economic Affairs, Industry, Climate Action and Energy of the State of North Rhine-Westphalia, Susanne Hagenkort-Rieger. Welcome.
Thanks a lot. It's a pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to talk to you today about an issue that is both an economic necessity and an opportunity, the transition to a circular economy. As an economist responsible for economic policy in North Rhine-Westphalia, my focus is on how economic structures can drive innovation, strengthen resilience, and secure long-term sustainable competitiveness. The circular economy is not just an environmental concept, it is an economic strategy that ensures businesses in North Rhine-Westphalia remain competitive in a changing global landscape. But maybe I should start by asking you, how can North Rhine-Westphalia not just adapt to change, but lead it? In the next minutes, I will outline why North Rhine-Westphalia is pushing forward with circularity, how this benefits businesses, and what steps we are going to take. The current economic landscape presents significant challenges. Uncertainty is at record levels, particularly in Germany. As we can tell from this slide here, which represents the Economic Policy Uncertainty Index, rising energy prices, supply chain disruptions, increasing international competition, and growing geopolitical tensions, particularly Russia's war against Ukraine and shifting US economic policies, put pressures on our industries, especially exporting manufacturing industry. And personally, I see these developments with great concern. Higher energy prices weaken our industrial base, supply chain dependencies make us vulnerable, and international competition is fierce. In addition, EU's defense capabilities are being tested, and economic security is increasingly linked to geopolitical resilience. The global economy is thus shifting, and Germany, and especially North Rhine-Westphalia, must adapt. But instead of seeing this as a crisis, we should view it as a catalyst for innovation and transformation. This chart here highlights the major risks for economic development of industries in North Rhine-Westphalia. Energy and commodity prices represented by the red bar are named as the second most important risk. A transition to a circular economy is an effective risk management strategy. By closing resource loops, we reduce dependencies and increase economic stability. Additionally, the need for a more self-reliant Europe, both economically and in terms of defense, underscores the importance of reducing external dependencies. Germany has seen significant rise in energy prices, as illustrated in this chart here. The sharp increase after February 2022, following Russia's attack on Ukraine, has disrupted global energy markets. This has led to rising costs for businesses and households alike, with only slight relief expected in the near future. A more circular economy means lower resource consumption and greater efficiency, which can help businesses to mitigate energy costs and reduce dependence on unstable global markets. The shift to sustainable energy strategies is also crucial for maintaining economic and geopolitical stability within Europe. This chart here shows the development of the gross value added in the manufacturing sector. The blue line represents Germany and the green line represents North Rhine-Westphalia. And we see that North Rhine-Westphalia has seen weaker growth compared to other regions, mainly due to its high share of energy-intensive industries. Energy savings should not be achieved by relocating production and investments. Instead, we must enhance efficiency within our economy and support businesses in adapting to new energy challenges. By investing in sustainable energy solutions and fostering local production cycles, we can strengthen North Rhine-Westphalia's industrial competitiveness and resilience. At the same time, discussions on the German debt brake, the Schuldenbremse, highlight the need for more investment in sustainable transformation and in infrastructure development. Encouragingly, economic growth does not have to come at the expense of sustainability. In North Rhine-Westphalia, we have seen economic growth symbolized by the upper line, the blue line, while CO2 emissions, symbolized by the green line, have been significantly reduced. A circular economy can amplify this trend by reducing waste, improving recycling rates, and creating resource-efficient production cycles. This also plays a role in strengthening Europe's economic and political resilience in the face of external pressures. Since the beginning of industrialization, raw material consumption has risen exponentially. Today, the industries utilize almost all technically usable elements of the periodic system. To be precise, 90 out of 180. And this creates challenges. The first challenge is supply dependencies due to concentration in a few countries, as was mentioned before. Key resources for digital and climate-neutral transition, like rare earths, are concentrated in just a few countries. China dominates supply, controlling up to 100% of heavy rare earth elements. And just by the way, it's not the Ukraine who has significant deficits of rare earths. It's China. Many supplier countries pose geopolitical risks. A circular economy can reduce dependencies and strengthen resilience. And the second key challenge is that many of these raw materials are not used in a circular way yet. The end-of-life recycling input rate, which we see here for all critical raw materials, remains below 3% for most of the raw materials. The EU Critical Raw Materials Act was mentioned before. 25% of the EU's domestic critical raw materials are supposed to be covered by circular use by 2030, and this is surely an ambitious goal. But ambitious goals is exactly what we need here, and if we pull together, we can reach them more easily. This is actually a topic where the regional government can do the most, because the biggest raw materials that we have here in North Rhine-Westphalia are our products themselves. The circular economy presents a remarkable economic opportunity. Deloitte and the Federation of German Industries predict an annual 12 billion euro increase in Germany's gross value added by 2030 due to circular economy initiatives, and almost 180,000 new jobs. On a global scale, the International Labour Organization estimates 6 million new jobs worldwide by 2030. And let's be clear at this point now, it's not just about sustainability. It's about seizing a 12 billion euro economic opportunity each year. And if we really want to make a difference, we need to move beyond just reducing negative effects. A next level circular economy means creating real value, it has been mentioned before, through innovation, new products and new business models. It's not just about using fewer resources, but also about rethinking how we produce, how we use and reuse materials. This shift from efficiency to effectiveness is what really will drive economic growth. And North Rhine-Westphalia is committed to leading this transmission. North Rhine-Westphalia is taking decisive action to strengthen circular economy. We are funding a range of projects aiming at resource-efficient technology, circular product design and business models. We are supporting secondary raw materials in production, and in addition, we are fostering innovation through targeted financial instruments with the NRW Bank Invest Zukunft program, which we announced last week. The Ministry of Economic Affairs and the NRW Bank are launching an investment turbocharger with exponential financial conditions, exceptional financial conditions. With the program, which will be available from 19th of May onwards, we support companies that develop forward-thinking circular economy solutions, whether through new production cycles, cutting-edge recycling technologies, or entirely new business models. And to drive these efforts, we are working together with the Ministry of Environment, Minister Christian has mentioned that, to develop a circular economy strategy for North Rhine-Westphalia. It is intended to complement the national circular economy strategy, which was mentioned before. Key points will be to strengthen networks, create connections between the traditional linear value chains, and add more principles of circularity to public procurement. North Rhine-Westphalia is home to a growing number of circular economy initiatives and networks that drive innovation and collaboration. The network connects industries and research institutions, accelerating the transition by sharing expertise and best practices. These initiatives ensure that businesses, may they be large or small, can benefit from sustainable growth and long-term economic success. Right here at the Circular Valley, I'm really impressed. We see these companies who turn waste into valuable materials, who create closed-loop supply chains, and proving that sustainability drives profitability. One example is Circular Valley's startup network, where innovators develop solutions that transform industrial byproducts into new raw materials, cutting waste and boosting efficiency. We will continue to support them all initiatives to strengthen North Rhine-Westphalia as a leader in industrial sustainability. And of course, circular economy does not stop at national borders. International collaboration is key. Cooperation with Flanders is particularly strong. I'm therefore very delighted that our colleagues from Flanders are here today, and that the General Representative of Flanders in Germany, Bart Brosis, will also be speaking to you in a moment. The Netherlands is a leader in circular construction, and we definitely want to learn from their expertise. By working together, we can accelerate the transition. Ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude. Circular economy won't save us overnight, but every crisis brings an opportunity, and the circular economy is our chance to turn economic and environmental challenges into long-term resilience and innovation. And as an economist, I'm convinced it is not just an option, it is an economic necessity, or to be even clearer, it's an imperative, an economic imperative. By reducing dependencies, strengthening value chains, fostering innovation, we can drive sustainable growth while securing North Rhine-Westphalia's future. It is time to rethink how we produce, consume, and invest in our economy. I'm convinced North Rhine-Westphalia is able to lead this transformation, and I'd like to invite you to our stand over there. Talk to us, tell us what works, tell us what hinders. We will listen to you, and we will try to create the best possible framework within North Rhine-Westphalia for circularity. Let's seize this opportunity together. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Thank you very much, Susanne. Thank you.